Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we're back to BioShock 2 Remastered. Let's continue. We got 40 Atom last time and we have to get another 40 to make 80, which is the same amount you would get for saving a little sister in the first game, but it actually takes more time. Let's make sure that we're going
this way.
Yes, we are. Because we're setting up for an ambush twice.
Why, hello there. My name is Andrew Ryan. I built the city of Rapture for children just like you, because the world above had become unfit for us. But here, beneath the ocean, it is natural to wonder if the danger has passed. If those we left behind will ever come to their senses. So, let us imagine, you and I, what might befall us on the surface.
So this is going to be a horror story of what happens if you went to the surface to scare children. And so there's this achievement here. If we take this and we just aim it at his head and go boom, like that. I think I probably just pulled off that achievement, but we'll hit him again. Break his head, why not, while we're at it. That's spoiler to the first game, of course, but I think that was funny. At least that was the achievement in the original game.
I told you about this one. Make him listen.
Now, long-range fire does not seem to work with this machine gun, so I may have to use the rivet gun for any long shots.
Deranged.
Let me! Hey, cut him out
Ridiculous. Ridiculous. Stop running.
So it's still a little too much to try and heal and fight at the same time. Just seems like a lot of effort. See, I want to get over there and get into that. How would I make it into that section? So we're gonna walk down this amusement park ride. And looks like there's some heavy bullets over there. So these are little bathysphere things, like heavy rivets.
I think all of the children have finally fallen asleep. And now that the park is all quiet, I can't sleep myself. I guess it's just you and me, Mr. Voice Recorder. You, me, in 1959. I wonder what the new year will... What was that? Something's happened. The lights are going out. Kids, stay in your sleeping bags. It's gonna be fine.
So this is another scene of what occurred when the Civil War broke out. Now, arguably, very arguably, the United States in, like, I believe a couple hundred years time since the Civil War still has some scars from that. And as far as the history books I was taught, it took the entire generation of about 80 years after the Civil War
Come on, exert
for
yourself.
it to
Flatten
even
him out.
start to to fix itself and become a whole society again. Rapture, after its civil war, which I'm not sure it was ever really even a whole unit to begin with because of its extreme individualism mentality. It just doesn't seem like it would ever recover. And we're certainly not seeing any examples of it recovering either. We'll just look around here. Here's a blocked door. There's a couple bullets. See, it just goes on and on and on, it feels like. Fighting over Adam. Trying to maintain control of the society by different parties. Trying to profit or benefit from the ruins of Rapture here. The wise people would be the people who just left. If they were allowed to leave.
The farmer tills the soil, trading the strength of his arm for a home and lands of his own. But the parasites say no. What was yours is ours. We are a state. We are gone. We demand our share.
Those hands are just floating out of nowhere.
On the surface, the farmer tills the soil, trading the strength of his arm for a home and lands of his own. The parasites say no. What was yours is ours. We are a state. We are gone. We demand our share.
See, and this is just the same speech he made at the beginning of the first game, but honestly, it's portrayed a little bit more artistically this way. This would have been a cool way to explain everything at the beginning. And see, that's the kind of remaster that you would be really, really ambitious, is if you were going to take elements of BioShock 1 and 2, combine them together, make a completely new game where you ran through sections with different weapons and played differently throughout the whole course of it. That would be the bold changes. Here, it's kind of just these lukewarm visual changes. Let's see. Access stairs. And so the access stairs bring us back this way. Alright, that's nice to know. And this is the Censorship Bureau.
Stupid piece of garbage!
Oh, I'm full on remote hack things already.
Stop following me!
Alright. So, this is kind of funny when you do this, because he's in the middle of trying to rig it. Instead of him succeeding, he then becomes the victim of it. It feels like the blue option should always be the last option, and from that point you should, if you get a blue match, you should just be done hacking. It seems kind of silly that you have to continue. Where'd that guy's body go? Here it is. There is something about the just slight layout difference of these areas.
I've been
They're
rationing my
bigger.
supplies ever since the park got cut off from the rest of Rapture. Gotta stay strong. I'm holed up in this workshop, surrounded by those whaling brats, trying to beat their way in. They want my food, my guns. They want it all. But I got a plan. Gotta fix up the transport sub that's been rusting in the maintenance bay. Then I'm gonna get the hell out of this hole. These animals want Rapture? They can have it.
So this is where the second body is. But I want to look around some more. This is an interesting little square of nothing.
Unhand that child, you monster!
Lamb is becoming a problem. The woman is a damned collectivist. Here in Rapture, how could the council fail to see it? Worse, to hide her intent, she gulls these patients of hers into a religious frenzy. A new Kremlin will rise and swallow the council house before they realize they've been had. I will not have my city swindled by the parasite. Never its guise. It is time, I think, to call Sinclair.
So he's willing to work with Sinclair. So here's the courthouse. The court is used against you. It's this horrible thing.
The hounds! Someone must be after you!
We will be reborn. So we're in a weird position because I guess we need to gather that atom first,
In a warm,
and then we'll move forward with the
Is
story.
that too much to ask?
So we'll have to set some traps. Right.
Surrounded by them and yet
Just use as much of these traps as possible in the right way to hopefully protect the little sister. Interesting. The angles sometimes seem to get all over the place. And let's see, one more here. And I guess if you just pick these up, there's no reason not to just have all of them. Let's see. So I've got my regular rivet gun and this with anti-personnel bullets, which I think is
Daddy.
a good move. It's a little early to use
I
anti-personnel.
do not hate you, Delta. Indeed, I care for you in equal measure to any other sentient creature. But I cannot sacrifice 1,000 of my children for one rebellious son.
she's hurt!
Oh no! You just come out!
This
I'm
one.
gonna snap myself! I'm gonna
Come with me.
It'll be okay! You can't ignore me! You gotta disappear!
Now, am I pulling all of these splicers out of nowhere? Or are they actually the splicers that would have remained in the level?
Oh, Daddy.
Snatch myself!
See, if this is every other splicer that would have been in this whole section, and now it's just gonna be this empty thing.
Always safe with Daddy.
All right, Chief, we've almost got enough Adam now. To get the rest, you'll have to take care of that little sister. There should be one of the air vents they favor in the workshop. Bring her down there.
So this feels like, what is take care of the little sister gonna mean? Is this just another kill them or harvest them? So a lot of characters here got turned into lunchboxes. Let's get all that money because we need to purchase something, some stuff, I guess. Now that we are over here, let's see. Like, no anti-personnel rounds right now. And we're low on rivets. Well, actually we're high on rivets, but we have no trap rivets. And so I'll take some heavy rivets and trap rivets from that guy. And we'll take this trap rivet back. Maybe if I smash this, I can break it. It started taking a while. Wow. And see, I broke it and there's nothing to search. So I can't dismantle it for any useful items. Because the game is glitched. Is there a door? Yes, there is a door that opened. Really, visual glitches?
3 children. Yes, 3 little angels. All gone now. I wonder if they missed their mommy.
So let's move forward on this now. It wouldn't be a real bad deal if I had just killed all the splicers in the rest of the level. I don't kind of believe that to be the case, though. And so we're getting off the beaten path again.
King of kings, Lord of lords. I saw it written there. I saw it written with mine own eyes.
Rapture is a paradise of the ego, Eleanor. Under Ryan, the voices of an entire city sing the virtues of greed and pride. But truth, rather, is in the body. Already they grow weary of struggling against one another in fruitless competition. Observe the bent backs, the drawn faces. Ryan promised us more, they seem to say. In what shall we now believe? And Eleanor, it is our task to answer.
The parasite makes nothing for itself. Its only tools are taxes and tithes meant to trick you into offering what it has not earned. In Rapture, we keep what is ours.
See, the layout of this stuff just seems very strange indeed.
On the surface, the scientist invests the power of his mind in a single miraculous idea and naturally begins to rise above his fellows. But the parasites say no. Discovery must be regulated, it must be controlled, and finally, surrendered.
honestly, I feel like there's probably not enough regulation in the United States on most scientific research. Now, there is certainly some cronyism going on that creates regulations to stop competition between, like, prescription drugs and such, and that has been a growing issue lately. But most drugs and foods don't.
An artist strives to frame his ideals
testing,
in an
in my
image,
opinion.
to challenge his audience and make his vision immortal. But the parasites say, no, your art must serve the cause. Your ideals endanger the people.
So, and that's just like McCarthy era censorship, which we haven't seen any government censorship in the United States really in a very, very long time. Now it's much easier for corporations and individuals to self-censor to their own liking, that it never even becomes a point where the government has to step in, or even wants to step in. We actually, because of the McCarthy censorship scares, have turned really far away, hasn't it?
Yes, run!
All these people are attacking me because I have the girl, which is interesting.
I'll not be toyed with.
Where is she?
Drat.
And see, she's running down this way, trying to heal herself. Almost messed that one up. Couple of health kits is really helpful. And see, even if I'm not gonna buy anything, getting that extra free thing makes for a very enticing reason to hack. Did we look in here? Yeah. The McCarthy scares really did turn a terrible thing into a pretty good thing that we'll, I'm sure, as a society forget about and repeat eventually, but not for a long time.
Lacking its own ingenuity, the parasite fears the visionary. What it cannot plagiarize, it seeks to censor. What it cannot regulate, it seeks to ban. Rapture was founded on an idea, and here they are held inviolate.
Now, Tenenbaum would have you turn that sister human again. You'll get just enough Adam for our purposes, and the girls will likely try to repay you somehow. But Rapture's a high-stakes town, son, and she is a jackpot. You just have to be willing to take it all. You'll harvest more Adam than the price of one plasmid, so the rest is gravy. Think about it. Down here, it's your survival or hers.
So he again offers you that terrible deal, perhaps a little bit better than Atlas did in the first game, but you'd still be a very heartless person to kill the little girl. And I wouldn't be surprised if you really didn't even have a choice. I think that's the one thing in the remasters they should have probably eliminated.
On the surface, your parents sought a private life. using their great talents to provide for you. They learn to twist the lies of church and government, believing themselves masters of the system. But the parasites said, no. The child has a duty. He will go to war and die for the nation.
Now, this argument in particular is the least honest, considering how Andrew Ryan used genetics and pheromones to specifically brainwash splicers and all of his citizenry to become an army. So he used brainwashing and other techniques way more than anybody else to do that. So yeah, drafting is one thing, brainwashing is another.
2 weeks at my last count. 2 weeks since we were trapped in this rotten park. I haven't been eating. The children need all the supplies we've got left. Need them more than I do. I don't know what's gonna happen. I can feel myself getting weaker. The children have noticed the condition I'm in, of course. What will happen once I'm gone? I'll be all alone.
So here's the lady that got trapped in the park during the Civil War, and she took care of the kids, and the kids gave her a proper burial.
Number of folks down here, she said, and you're just the odd man out. Fuck you. I better get.
Let's dance with them, Daddy.
Oh yeah, I had forgotten I was still carrying the little sister. She had been so quiet this whole time. So what do we want as far as damage increase? I guess the machine gun damage increase is
Even
the
Daddy's toys have toys.
Even Daddy's toys have toys. Yeah.
I met with Sinclair today of Sinclair Solutions. It's this pseudo-legal firm he set up to take problems Ryan doesn't want to admit he has and make them go away. I could fill 40 front pages of the Tribune with stories about this fella if he wasn't paying me not to. And he's got work for me, right? I ask what? And he flashes me these $1,000 Steinman teeth saying this job will, quote, change history.
Got just a place for.
See, I'm so full on everything. Let's see. And I guess there's no real reason to remote hack, because if you fail to hack, I still think you're going to end up getting some kind of penalty there. It doesn't feel like that's a way to avoid that. Let's see, another 50. Some more bullets. What is this? Indus. And are we still going the right direction, or have we just moved too far? I think we moved too far. Let's follow the arrow. The way this arrow is pointing me makes me feel like I don't want to miss things, but I'm also like moving ahead when I shouldn't. So there's a boy character that they would, a different boy character maybe, I don't know. Maybe that was a girl character. It wants us to go this way and do this part. So all kinds of heads running around. You'd think this would be a scary section, but I don't think the game has any interest in even being a horror game anymore. This might be a test section where they tested all the different head models out. Here's that new TV again. I guess they're mixing the old TVs and the new TV models together, which is fine. That looked like that might be a splicer. See, if this was BioShock 1, these things would all be spider slicers and such from like the Cohen section. Oh, darn it. Interesting. So,
welcome to the 30th refund, no return.
So if you hack it while the alarm's going on, you also turn off the alarm. I do not believe that was the case before. So bring her to the vent and choose whether to rescue or harvest her. If you harvest her, you get the maximum atom to spend on plasmids, but you will not survive the process. If you rescue her, you'll get less atom, but the girl will be cured. And we did not need to get a special plasmid to do this, which that also seems a little storyline breaking. Ooh, and the button switched. Rescue is X, whereas rescue was Y before. That is strange. In the first game, Y was to rescue. And no, she's not fighting you at all because she trusts you as a big daddy.
Well, our Tin Man had a heart all along. Personally, I call that a liability, but you have enough atom now. Barely. Head to the Hall of the Future and splice up with Incinerate.
See, I'm trying to help her up there, and I don't think I actually am. But that's a little weird that the Vita chamber would be right there. And I still don't have enough money to do anything. So now that we start walking back here, I wouldn't be surprised if we get a couple splicers showing up out of nowhere. Like that? Boy, was that out of nowhere. So we see all kinds of shadows going on over there.
Nothing.
And it seems like we are just gonna constantly get this music in the background. I don't know if you'll be able to hear it or not, but because of YouTube's content ID copyright garbage, a lot of that stuff has to get taken out. But I'd kind of prefer if the music went off at a certain point. They've set the mood, and I've had enough. I'm not actually a fan of old radio. See, this almost feels like there's some way you would be able to get in all that. But I guess not. So yeah, it was kind of pointless to go through that stuff.
yourselves value.
Oh, buy more bullets. Perhaps I should switch back to the rivet gun because of the cost of bullets. It might actually be a smarter move to shoot rivets and refill those, at least for a while regaining my collection here. There's a lot of pots to pee in running around here. I'm not sure if that's why there's so many pots sitting around, or if it's just to show that splicers have been living in this area. So I got that thing to hack, and while we're waiting for it to go ahead and kill people that it decides to kill, I'm going to run back to that Andrew Ryan desk. Where is he? There it is. And pick up that remote hack tool. Has quite a far way to go just for that, and probably a stupid waste of time. But I figured why not. It seems like it may have paused all the AI actions while we were far away. That's how large open world games do it. Is when the further you get away from something, they'll just kind of pause the actions happening there because they know the player's not around, so there's no reason for things to continue to occur. Not always the case, but mostly the case. Give yourself unto her. Let's see. We'll go ahead and use an Eve hypo and pick up another Eve hypo.
Third session today with this amazing limey shrink, Dr. Sofia Lamb. She said that all Ryan's horse shit about always looking out for number one is turning us little guys against each other. And what we need is unity, solidarity. Then, she held up a mirror. Turns out, I wear my hair and mustache just like Ryan. So today, I'm spreading the word about Lamb. And tonight, I'm shaving my whole stupid head.
Wow. That's an extreme response. Shaving your head. This is the end of Ryan is the end of the self. Rapture failed. We will not. And let's see what he said.
Unable to provide for itself, the need of the parasite grows until war is made to justify it. Your parents brought you to Rapture, where you need never fear the parasites again. So you see, there is no place for you on the surface. But you may bring the world to you. If you know someone who belongs in Rapture, write a letter to the Ryan Industries mailroom. And you never know. The next new face might be familiar.
So that was kind of how Ryan increased the population in Rapture. By, I suppose, taking letters and running invitations, I suppose, instead of kidnapping people. He got people that willingly wanted to be part of the thing, that thought that same way.
I know this facility is vital for the preservation of secrecy in Rapture. But seeing myself transformed into that lurching, waxen nightmare, do children truly respond to this? Still, I spoke to a young man exiting the park after the grand opening, asking him what, if anything, he had learned here. He said his chores didn't seem so bad anymore, as long as Mother wouldn't send him to the surface.
So the kids are terrified of the surface, and I guess that was their intention. Pure propaganda. And open all doors. Now, so if that's open all doors, does that mean, like, where's the closest employees only door that we saw? It was a little bit back this way. A little bit further.
Picking through the trash for scraps to eat. Drop that!
Let's see. And see, that might have been just a case of them refilling this whole area with splicers, or that might be because we're supposed to go. Like, no, they're all open. All these maintenance doors are now open. That's an interesting twist. So again, I want to kind of check out that plasmid that we saw. Seeing that one plasmid should have brought me that way. I never had this problem in the first game though. I never felt like I needed to wander around back and forth to make sure I got everything.
Come on, choppers! Tear this place down!
Like, this is where we started.
Everyone, I wish you had fun.
I need a health upgrade desperately.
You're no messiah! You can't hold. Just one last kid.
And do we search guns still? Yes, we do. So there's this tonic, booze hound. And see, drinking alcohol restores the smell of Eve rather than draining it. I suppose that's worth having since I've got tonic slots. And does it also mean I won't get drunk? Nope.
I've got a little dating tip for you, Jimbo. It'll get you out of that Lonely Hearts Club for good. This scheme works 100% of the time, guaranteed. First, find some Betty and take her to Ryan Amusements. Then, you'll go to the gift shop, buy her a teddy bear. This is key. I ain't kidding around. Then, you buy her a ticket on Journey to the Surface. As soon as you hit that first scare, bingo! Tunnel of Love.
So I just want to play thoroughly here, so I'm going to run through the whole thing again. But I'm going to actually run through it. Looking for any of the areas that would have had other access paths. Anywhere where it was said employees only. It's not too long of a thing to do. Let's see. Regular rivets. This one goes to an area I think we've already visited. Yep, this goes back that way. So if I need to exit quickly, we already have that.
Rapture has been our best father. Haven't I proven myself yet? Where is my reward?
Let's see. That's just back that way. And there's nothing back here. And I don't believe there's anything up here. No, this just kind of goes in circles. So there may really have only been one actual door that was of any actual concern. May have wasted some time here for no reason. But we do want to investigate, we do want to be thorough. So this is...
Make him sleep on his back. Don't shake him hard.
This is just a different door. Alright, so it all ends up in the same place. Alright. It's just multiple pathways that line up.
Hey, no.
These are the guys we shot before.
Sometimes I drift away and feel I'm back on the old stage. I open my eyes.
So now we're back, we're heading to the gift shop, I believe. Isn't that where we're going? Well, not according to the arrow.
I hear a creaking of the floorboard. My wits on my side. Filthy cur.
So it's not the gift shop, we're going to the Hall of the Future now. Which is one way we haven't been. Yes, now, we actually were in this section. This was the... where we remote hacked that thing and... can't afford anything. I was doing so well, too, with the money situation. Until recently. Now I'm starting to run low on bullets again, run out of money.
You would drain the people of their life's blood. Rapture is a body, Delta. I am the voice, and Big Sister is the hand. When Rapture speaks of you, it says only this. Sleep now. Your day is done.
So, she's threatening Big Sister to attack again, and I assume that there's more than one Big Sisters, but there may not, actually. Let's see. Here is a burnt out thing, and I guess I can't pick up that alcohol bottle.
We lost another of the Alpha Series protectors today in testing. Somewhere outside the city limits, he simply vanished. For these men, Rapture has no walls. We must find a method of conditioning them against abandonment of the Little Sisters. Something physical, possibly even lethal. The lab aides are starting to call them Big Daddies. Perhaps there's some genius to that. Bonded pairs, connected by a love that kills.
So, they specifically programmed it that way. So what things can we purchase? We can purchase Incinerate and a health upgrade. And if we had harvested, we probably could have gotten the heave upgrade too, but not anything else anyways. So we would just have some extra Eve for the next time. In fact, we actually have enough here for everything available.
Congratulations on your recent purchase of the Incinerate Plasmid. Say, Tom here is having a romantic evening with a gal. What would impress her more than lighting the fireplace with a snap of your fingers?
Sure. Oops. Oopsie. Now, there's an extra guy there. Notice that no target. So, we'll see how well the Incinerate works. It's pretty good. Not great, but pretty good.
Oh, a party. But this party just hit the skids. Carl needs a light for his cigar, and no one can help him.
There we go, lit your cigar. So we've got a whole nother area. Now remember, there was this. So why another Gallows Garden here? Just to buy all these new things? Well, we can't afford any of them, but alright. I'll take these trap boards. Let's see. I don't think there's anything else I can melt here. Interesting. So you may have to go to specific Gatherer's Gardens to get specific upgrades, and if that is the case, then you may have to do some backtracking if you wanted everything. Seems like Big Sister is mad at me again. If that's the case, let's switch to heavy bullets, heavy rivets. Although I don't even know if they are the right things for us to purchase, use against her. I guess it is. She is wearing armor. So Incinerate's not working great on her, but it is getting this work done. Notice she's got some telekinesis powers.
Holy Moses, son. Not even a big sister can keep you down. Well, come on back and melt the ice and we can say goodbye to this 2-bit carny ride.
So I have 40 Adam now. And I took out one Big Sister, so we now know for a fact there are multiple Big Sisters, because that's obviously not the only one. we're gonna ever deal with. So with the 40 atom, if we run back this way, let's think if there's something worth purchasing. So Eve upgrade your maximum Eve. Gene tonic slot, unlock a gene tonic. Armored shell would be 45 to take less physical damage. I kind of want that. Careful hacker would slow down the hacking. Extra nutrition from snacks and stuff. I guess Eve upgrade overall is our best move. Now, if there was an infinite number of big sisters running around, or an infinite number of other ways to get Adam, that would be nice. But I think the way the game is explaining itself is that there will be a finite amount of it, like the first game, and you just won't get everything that you want. So
I could teach him about girls, and then we'll get a puppy. Ah! She's prettier now.
I believe this is not the right direction. Nope, this is not the right direction. I'm looking for where we started because there was this frozen pile of stuff that we can get with Incinerate now. Not using our drill.
Ryan saw the individual as a hero, a noble survivor. And Rapture was his paradise, a shrine to the supremacy of the self. The result? Slavery, genocide, chaos. Now that the tyrant is dead, we are a true collective, a single family.
Time to switch back to the machine gun because we're running all in rivets.
He's gone. James was the only man I ever loved.
Oops.
Now it's like he never even came to Rapture.
Well, that's cool. The audio log
He heard me sing
paused.
at the limbo room. Came up all bashful. He liked hearing songs about what it's really like to live in this town. I think he's been trying to organize folks against Ryan. And now he's gone. And I'm here, singing Rise, Rapture, Rise. Scared to death they're gonna come for me.
So that's a actual minority in Rapture, which we really didn't see any in the first game. And I was assuming it was because everybody was just getting like plastic surgery to look the same. The true reason, of course, is that they didn't have the models to have different races running around. They had only like 8 character models, is what the credits said, the director's commentary. So that's the real reason. But I think it's believable that in a world run by Andrew Ryan, where everybody's trying to get a leg up on everybody else, any potential like racism could easily be sidestepped if you just could genetically alter yourself to no longer look like the race that you were, and thus pass as the majority.
You should be able to melt that ice with Incinerate, Slick. Outstanding, sport. You're proving to be quite a windfall. Now just open the train tunnel from the security booth there, and I'll come out and jump on.
So he's gonna run out of this door and jump on there. That way, again, no opportunity to kill him, in case you wanted to. There he is. Full model.
I like to look a man in the eye when I give him my word. You and me, kid, we're going places.
His 3D model's kind of wonky there.
I had thought you some golem of Sinclair's, brought here to hold Rapture's arms while he rifles through her pockets. But no, you are aware of your plight. Who, I wonder, would be so cruel to force a mirror on a man with no face?
Lamb was waiting for us. Come out shooting and start the train.
So this time, I don't want to specifically just get the fight, like run from the fight. I want to come over here and see what goodies might have been hidden back here. Rivets, TVs, a new model of TV too.
Andrew Ryan. He reckoned the free market was some kind of Holy Spirit gonna lead us all over the rainbow. And I reckon it's a big fat hooker too dim to spot a wooden nickel. So old Andy went and became his own ghost, and I whittled nickels till I made a mint.
So this guy's a scammer. But I mean, he's just trying to make money. He's not trying to become the dictator of the whole city, at least as far as we know. Warning, you're about to leave this level. Make sure you've done everything you want to do here before you're proceeding past this point. That's a little strange. So if we bring up the menu, as far as I can tell, we've done everything and been everywhere. Man, there are so many so many little icons here. I wish the map was full screen for this. This is a really badly thought out map interface. Like, even if I zoom out, that's not really helpful. Our goals, our messages. The only thing we could potentially miss is if we missed something. I would have to assume it would be like if I missed a audio log or something. But even in that, the achievement for this is only get over 100. It's not even get all of them, which is a much more doable challenge, and generally how I would like achievements like that to go. Make it so you can miss a few, but get the vast majority. I would imagine there's probably 105 to 120 audio logs in the whole game if I was just to roughly guess. And so now we're going to Popper's Drop, which is an area that was going by a different name before, I think.
Once I lived a life of a millionaire. Spending my money out.
See, now it's saving the content again. And are we gonna... Ooh, there's a new kind of splicer.
Attention. Subject Delta is now trapped in Pauper's Drop. All railcar travel is suspended until he is found. Remember, the enemy is alone. We are the family.
Whatever that was, I have
Lamb's
no
trying
idea.
to box us in, kid. This is a goddamn city-wide lockdown. To keep the train moving, you need the security override key from the local governor, Grace Holloway. She kicked me out of my own hotel down here, the Sinclair Deluxe. Find her and get that key.
Interesting. So we need to go to the Sinclair Deluxe Hotel. And so how big is this area? Let's zoom out. It's kind of linear because of the patterns and the places, but no, that's a pretty massive section. A massive level. And we're in good place then. That's going to be it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment if you want to, and watch every second of my videos. All of that helps out. If you want to support me further, you can click on my name, Rydo. On the right will be a blue button that says support this channel. Click it, make a donation. And if you want to friend or follow me on basically any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.